My name is Onesha Givens, and this is the story of what makes me the free-thinking, hard-working individual I am today, because there was once a time where I wouldn't have dreamed of being such a person. When I was a child, I had a learning disability that had held me back from reaching my full potential, even though I didn't know it at the time. The dilemma I was having started when I was in kindergarten, but didn't escalate until I made it to the first grade. As much as I thought I was, I never actually paid attention in class, and I was constantly copying off of other students. Unfortunately, I also started copying off of tests as well, going as far as to copy their own name onto my test. It was as if I had no mind of my own. It wasn't as if I wasn't aware of my cheating, I just didn't see it as a problem, even though my teachers would repeatedly tell me to stop. Barely passing first grade, my second grade teacher made it a goal to help solve my obstacle. Thinking that I had a hearing problem, she suggested to my mother that I should go see a doctor to get my hearing checked. She warned my mother that I would not pass the class if something was not done. The doctor claimed that my hearing was fine, but that I had a problem comprehending, as if I would listen to something but not understand it. When I finally registered what I was doing was wrong, being as young as I was, I refused to go to school. However, on one night, my mother said to me, "The family has big dreams for you, especially me. I not only want to raise you as a child with good morals, but as a child with a good education as well." This was a turning point in my life when I realized I had to push myself to do better, even at a young age. Along with my mother's help, I began to attend an after-school program at my school, which was designed for one-on-one learning in order to help students gain the ability to focus. Every day after school, I would meet with a teacher whom I would never forget, Miss M. She sat me down every day with many critical thinking activities to do. However, there was one particular activity I believed helped me out the most. Miss M gave me an envelope with fragments of sentences on pieces of paper inside, and my assignment was to connect the fragments together however I see fit so that it makes a complete sentence. There were always a number of ways to make a sentence, resulting in my mind constantly running in circles over which kind of sentence I was going to make. To add to the bad fortune, English had been by far my worst subject. I never understood the meaning of the assignment that she gave me until much later. It was a way for me to not only connect the words and make them into complete sentences, but to connect my thoughts as well. On top of that, there are a lot of different ways to think. Making up multiple sentences as an assignment proved that fact. Granted, it was an extremely hard task to do, and I dreaded going to the after-school program every day. However, I eventually became so good that I started to look forward to going every single day, even going as far as to bring the envelope home with me for extra practice. As I was starting to see progress, this also began transferring over to my classes as well. I stopped copying and started getting exceptional grades on my assignments. I even vowed to make the honor roll, awards for students who achieve A's and B's in all subjects, once I reached the third grade. As much as I wanted to stay, Miss M thought I had gained everything I would have in attending her after-school program. I finished before the school year was over while promising to fulfill my small goal and make an honor roll. This indeed was the result of my hard work. In third grade, I successfully made the honor roll. However, it didn't stop there. I continued to go higher. I worked even harder and obtained the second highest award twice until my last quarter of fourth grade, in which I earned the highest award, Principal's List, all A's in every subject. Ironically, English ended up being my best subject all throughout school. Going to that after-school program was such a small yet big portion of my life because it taught me the meaning of self-discipline and what hard work can achieve in such a short amount of time. I am now a person who does things according to my own thoughts and not according to someone else's. Reflecting back, I started off as a person who would have failed out of many classes and remarkably morphed myself into a person who currently maintained a 3.6 GPA in college. My family never had a chance to attend college and to get their degree, but with their help and my self-discipline along the way, I can be the first to do so.